Okay, this is part 15. Sorry, the other ones are sideways because I didn't turn it before recording. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that until I updated them. But anyways, so I was like, look, Chucky, there's Snoopy. And at Nuts Berry Farm, Nuts Berry Farm? Peanuts Farm? Anyway, it's another place in California that we went to, and I don't know if it's still open, but it was open in 92, so that's all I know. But the camera didn't want to work at that time. It's like either, the film was gone or it wasn't rewound properly or anything, and Tony goes, sorry, my hair is getting in the way. Tony goes, I guess Snoopy broke the camera, and Snoopy's like, oh no, how dare I break it? And I'm like, it's okay, Snoopy, you didn't break it. So I kissed his nose. And he looks at me and gave me a big ol' hug, and gave my brother a hug, and my brother lost his Ninja Turtle hat. It was like a ball cap that had fabric of Ninja Turtles all over it. He lost it at Disneyland. So it was one of his favorite hats. We lost it on, it was the race car one. Yeah, it was the race car one. He had it when we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. But when we went in the race car one, he lost his hat, and he goes, Dad goes, did you see it back there on the path? I said, no, Dad, I didn't. And he goes, well, we'll get you a new hat, bub. And he goes, okay. So we both got Mickey ears. Mine had my name on it. His had his name on it. It would have been cute to see it on his head, but his head probably would have been a little too big for it. So that's one thing I want to get again at Disneyland is Minnie ears. We wanted to be on the Mickey Mouse Club, but by the time we went to Disneyland, there was no more Mickey Mouse Club. It was canceled. I'm like, are you serious? I wanted a jacket. But Chucky and I always thought of ourselves as Mouseketeers, so we've been Disney fans ever since we were little. My favorite animated show that I used to watch that I remember was, sorry, my hair is getting in the way. What I watched was the Little Mermaid series. I always loved Ariel on those because, she met a seahorse, a dolphin, she met, a killer whale, other words, an orca. She had a friend that learned sign language, and there was a octopus that was translating for her, I think. And then she got in trouble with some sharks. Her dad saved her from that. There was a guy that was a mutated ring wraith. Not a ring wraith, but a manta ray? No. It was a ray. I forgot what. I'm not very good with my sea creatures. That is bad. Anyways, I'm pretty sure those of you who are watching, would comment down below and say, well, it's this. Okay, thank you. But Grayson came back and laid next to me. So anyways, I don't know if you guys saw Grayson, but, I'll be following him around once the place is 100% clean. I'm taking a break. I threw out my lower back yesterday, 2 days ago. No, yesterday, because I was still finished cleaning yesterday. Was it yesterday? What's today? Today's the 12th. Yes, yesterday. I cleaned a lot yesterday, so I'm taking a break. Because next thing I have to do is tackle the dishes on the counter and in the sink. We had someone that was helping us, but he left the dishes in the sink and said he would be back, and he never came back. So it didn't even get completely or even halfway done. Yeah, over here I'm going to have to clean up more, get all the garbage bags tied up before the cats start playing with it all over again. That's what happens. We start getting it all cleaned up, getting it all tied. We take a break, we forget to close it, and the cats run around the house and knock the trash bags over and knock the garbage over, knock them all over the place. Ay. But anyways, and that's why it got bad. So I got frustrated, so did my roommate. We're like, guys, seriously, stop doing that. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, they're cats. They're 2 years old. Well, toddler age. And, someone said kids will be kids. Well, pets will be pets. And I did tell my son, if anything happens to Grayson, while I have an ESA letter saying that I can have a pet for an ESA in the house, if anything happens to Grayson, I am going to get a puppy. So, I am hoping nothing happens to Grayson soon. But, anyways, so, right, 92. So we get home, I start going through my school years. Over time, my brother starts getting even more sick. He starts going through more treatments at the hospital or at Misty's. And when he is at the hospital, there was a nurse named Chris, and she's a Dallas Cowboys fan. He was watching Dallas Cowboys. Him and Dad loves the San Francisco 49ers. Well, did. Dad changed to the Patriots. I'm not into football mostly. I'm mostly into hockey. But unfortunately, my team wins their first 6 games and then loses the rest of the season. They did have a sponsorship with Disney, but Disney said, since you quit trying, we're going to take the mighty back from the Ducks. So instead of Anaheim Mighty Ducks, it's Anaheim Ducks. But I'm still a Duck fan-ish. Where my son plays his hockey, they're over the age of being in the NHL and the CHL. CHL is Canadian Hockey League, and NHL is National Hockey League, so they're too old for both of those. Him and his friends. Well, more like him and his teammates. There's a guy named, well, he's a lot like Kennard. You know, military kind of guy. He knows what is to be expected in the military, and, you know, him and I, we're like brother and sister. I never had an older brother before. I always had a younger brother. And I told him about my brother, and he goes, well, you got a big brother now. I'm like, really? So he adopted me as his little sister. That is so sweet of him. And, well, my son was engaged to the goalie. You know, there's the center and the goalie. They were dating. My son's the center of the team. Not like the center where he's like center of attention, but I mean the center where he does most of the... Oh, he's supposed to be the captain, I think. And, well, they had a little... Well, not a little, but a big spat. See, they were having a surrogate mother giving them kids. Because, you know, when you're the same sex, you can't really have kids. So you need a surrogate or do adoption. Well, everything was going fine until, you know, my grandson, not Duke Jr., a different grandson, was basically crying every time Daddy left the room and Papa was in charge. My son was Papa and his fiance was Daddy. Because, it was his sperm that took into the egg. So, what happened is that, you know, Duke goes, well, Wild Wing, you can't always do that. He needs to cry at times. He needs to get used to me if, you know, we're wanting this to work. Well, this was like 4 years ago. Is he 4? Or is he 3? Well, some time ago this happened, and it's hard to keep track, especially like when you're dealing with long years and they seem so short. It's like, where has the time gone? So it's like one of those moments. Because I met my fiance, and when his middle son, he has like 4 sons. The middle one was like 10 years old, and I gave him a Valentine bear, and I did not know he was allergic to fragrance. So I kind of overdid it on my perfume, but I think it still smells like it a little bit. And he was sleeping with it for a while. I don't know if he is now. But it was kind of falling apart. It was like one of those teddy bears with the really breakable fabric, I guess you can say it, if it's not put together properly. But he loved that bear. So I gave it to him. But anyways, yeah, I'll say more on the next part. I'm sorry these are starting to get long. Sorry.